Hello, this is Bradley Emerson. Welcome to Tips in 10. In the series of why managers fail, I want to talk about the next one, which is called absence of sharing. Now, if you look at your career, your starting point, the journey from you started to your current position, just imagine if you're a line manager, or if the people who are your peers or the people who are supporting you did not share anything with you, how do you think you would have progressed? How much of information you need outside what comes to your desk to make you perform? And we forget this. I mean, there was an era 20, 30 years ago, people wouldn't share, they feel insecure, they think sharing will dilute their position. Sharing information actually strengthens your position. Sharing information makes you look knowledgeable. Sharing information makes others dependent upon you. So, one of the reasons managers fail is that they don't share. And to share, you got to have. So as managers, you got to once in a way get into what I call a clean slate. You got to erase what has worked for you, and you got to bring in new knowledge, new way of doing things. It is only then you can continue to share with your people something new. One suggestion I can throw to you, if you have a team of 1, 2, 3 or 4, whatever numbers that you have, once in every 10 days, have a 3 minutes stand-up meeting to share something new. It could be about your industry, it could be about your competition, it could be about what is happening around in the world, it could be about personality development. Do some research, get onto a clean slate, write something new. Because end of the day, if your people feel good, they do good. If they do good, you look good. Remember, if your people feel good, they do good. Only when they do good, you look good. So take time in sharing information. It's often, as managers, we are challenged. How much should we share? I mean, there is always a control over the flow of information. Not everything that you hear from your seniors can be shared. Not everything that you hear from the bottom can be shared. So there is not everything that you hear from each other can be shared. If you do share, I mean, see, as a manager, if somebody walks up to me and complains to me about my line manager, what I have always done is to call them together and share the complaint. If I have taken a grievance or a complaint, and if I have shared that with the person against this complaint is made, we do two things. One, we have breached the trust of the person who has shared something with you. So sharing is a two-way process, not only what they share, you need to also make sure what is shared gets its due position. So sharing, two ways, what you know you share to improve them, and also when information is shared with you, how do you handle that? So managing the information sharing up and down determines how you will perform. And one of the reasons why managers have failed is the way either they share information, how much they share information down, and how they handle the information that is coming into you. So let's talk, I talked a little bit about information out from you, what you share. You need to get to clean slate on and off, help the people to understand that you can't continue to do what you did to get what you got. I'm going to do something different, the ground is changing. So you will do some homework, get onto a clean slate once in a while, find something new, call your team for 3 to 4 minutes, stand up in the morning and say, guys, there's something I want to share with you, and here's what I thought is beneficial for me, so I thought it will be beneficial to you. Remember this line. I'm sharing is something I thought beneficial for me, and I want to share it with you so that it becomes beneficial for you. The moment you use these lines, your people will know that you are genuinely interested in them getting benefits out of what you're sharing. You're genuinely interested in making them feel good, do good, and thereby they respect you. So that's one share of information. The second sharing of information, how do you manage what is shared with you? What comes to you? Number one, the fact that someone is sharing with you is because they respect you and they have confidence that they will get a fair, unbiased reaction from you. And most of the time we tend to compromise this as managers. What you get from immediately you tend to sort of share with them. And that reduces your credibility. That reduces the confidence they have in you. And they will stop sharing. And the information is not shared, you can't perform. That is why you need to make sure how do you manage the information that is shared with you. And most of the time, managers have favorites in certain places, and you tend to share. And the moment you share, you're compromising the integrity of the person who has spoken to you, and you're compromising the integrity of yourself, the trust that he has placed on you. So, sharing out and sharing in is critical for you to manage your performance. If you don't manage any of this, if you don't continue to share knowledge with your people in short term and energize them, they won't work good. And they don't work good, you will fail. Similarly, in more sensitive way, the information that is coming to you is coming to you because they have faith in you. It's coming to you because they trust you and respect you. And how you manage that information and how do you react that information and what do you do with that information in the best interest of the person who has brought it to you and in the best interest of your team and the best interest of your organization makes you work or makes you fail. So remember, sharing in and sharing out, and how do you manage the information that goes out and that comes in makes you stand or makes you fall. Thank you very much.